Welcome to Tech Bytes and News, your daily roundup of articles featured in Hacker News. Today, we're diving into a really cool Go library called Script, which lets you write shell-like scripts in Go. It's amazing.
Shell-like scripts in Go? That sounds interesting. What's the big deal? Why not just stick with Bash or ZSH?
Exactly. That's the core idea. It brings the ease and elegance of shell scripting, that pipeline approach, to the power and safety of Go. You get the best of both worlds. Think of it. The expressiveness of shell commands, but with Go's type safety and error handling. No more cryptic shell scripts prone to errors.
I see. So how does it actually work? Is it some kind of interpreter?
Not exactly an interpreter in the traditional sense. It's a Go library. You use Go functions to chain together operations, creating pipelines just like you would in Bash. It's incredibly intuitive. They've mapped a lot of common Unix commands to Go functions. Cat becomes file, grep becomes match, and so on. It's remarkably consistent.
That's clever. So, give me an example. Something simple, maybe?
Sure. Let's say you want to count the lines in a file. In Bash, you'd use wcl. With Script, it's just script.file, my_file.txt. Count lines. Elegant, right?
Wow, that is simple. But what about more complex scenarios? Something involving multiple commands chained together.
Absolutely. Let's say you want to find all lines in a log file containing error, then count them. In Bash, that's a couple of commands. With Script, you'd chain file, match, and count lines. It's all method chaining, making it very readable. And it handles errors gracefully, unlike Bash.
I'm curious about error handling. How does it differ from Bash's rather lax approach?
Right, Bash error handling is notoriously weak. Script leverages Go's robust error handling. Each function returns an error, allowing you to check for problems at every stage of the pipeline. It's much more reliable. You can even handle HTTP requests, which is a huge plus.
HTTP requests. That's a significant advantage. How does that work?
They've got functions like get and post to fetch data from URLs. You can even customize the HTTP client, set headers, and handle different response codes. It's all integrated seamlessly into the pipeline.
This is really impressive. It seems like it could replace a lot of my shell scripting. But what about performance? Is it as efficient as using native shell commands?
That's a great question. While it might not be as blazing fast as highly optimized shell utilities for very simple tasks, the performance is generally quite good. Remember, you're leveraging Go's concurrency features. So many operations run concurrently. For complex pipelines, it can even be faster than a series of shell commands.
Interesting. So it's not just about convenience, it's also about potentially improving performance in certain situations.
Precisely. And the maintainability aspect is huge. Go's type system and error handling make these scripts much easier to maintain and debug than their shell counterparts. Plus, you can use all the power of the Go ecosystem.
I'm sold. This script library sounds like a game changer. Where can I learn more?
Definitely check out the GitHub repo, github.com/bitfield/script. The documentation is excellent, and there are plenty of examples to get you started. There's even a Bash script that acts as a script interpreter, letting you run simple one-liners directly.
Fantastic. Thanks for the overview. This is definitely something I need to explore further.
You're very welcome. And that's all the time we have for today's Tech Bytes and News. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.